Ladies and gentlemen, what have I been telling you for the past couple of weeks? Especially the past couple of days. I said, watch the Durham probe. The Durham probe special counsel, just like the Mueller probe special counsel, except this time, the actual special counsel is investigating specific crimes committed by Donald Trump's direct political rivals. See, with Mueller, they had to actually fabricate crimes. They had to actually purchase a dossier. They had to actually pay tech firms to set up and frame Trump. Nothing they accused him of was accurate. Everything Trump accused Clinton, the DNC, and others of, very accurate. They set him up and framed him. They engaged in surveillance. They they used partisan loyalists within various agencies to go after him and his campaign. His only sin Trump committed was actually defeating Clinton. You had Peter Strzok, who said, "We'll stop Trump," literally in his text messages, and then, of course, it's somehow spun to, they actually never even addressed that. He said he doesn't remember saying that. Okay? Could you imagine if the reverse were true and you had an FBI official saying, "We'll stop Clinton"? But this is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Clinton campaign paid to infiltrate Trump Tower. White House servers to link Trump to Russia. Durham. So tech executive one and his associates exploited his arrangement by mining, the DNS traffic and other data for the purpose of gathering derogatory information about Donald Trump. Lawyers for the Clinton campaign paid a technology company to infiltrate servers belonging to Trump Tower. Now, we've talked about this for weeks. I read the indictment on my live stream several weeks ago, and we'll have a live stream tonight after the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll have a live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific, so be here at 9 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have a Durham Pro Special Counsel live stream. It is going to be the most important live stream I've done in a long time. Be here at 9 p.m. Pacific. And lawyers for the Clinton campaign paid a technology company to infiltrate servers belonging to Trump Tower and later the White House in order to establish an inference and narrative to bring to government agencies linking Donald Trump to Russia. A filing from special counsel John Durham says. Durham filed a motion on February 11th focused on potential conflicts of interest related to the representation of former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, who has been charged with making false statements to a federal agent. Sussman has pleaded not guilty. What have I been telling you? I said the skyrocketing inflation, interest rate hikes, the downward spiral in our economy with oil easily going past $100 soon, and surpassing its all-time high of $147 or so, probably approaching $200 per barrel. When we have Russia and Ukraine, and that unfortunately takes place with the invasion, and we're seeing what's taking place right now. I've been talking about that. Mashed potato brains, our president, is going to get us into a nuclear confrontation. We're at DEFCON 4 now, from what I understand, from what I've read. He'll probably get us to DEFCON 3 or 2. And we haven't seen that since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Everything I've been telling you about the Durham probe special counsel is taking place. Now, for months, I was one of the few people in all of YouTube talking about this. Now we have Fox News, New York Post, let's see, Fox News, Newsweek, New York Post, Business Insider. All of these people are talking about this. Okay? Congressman Jim Jordan, they were spying on him. Durham filing shows Trump was right about being spied on. But we knew that already. Democrats, of course, they simply couldn't accept the truth. So the top Republican in the House Judiciary Committee said Sunday that a blockbuster new federal filing proves ex-President Trump's claim that he was being illegally spied on and the Russian collusion tale was a hoax. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio noted special counsel John Durham alleged in Friday's legal filing that Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign paid an internet company to infiltrate servers in Trump Tower and the White House to tie Donald Trump to Russia. Yep, there was spying going on. It was worse than we thought. We already knew. I've been talking about all of this for about a year and a half to 2 years now. We've been talking about this, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's slowly becoming, like a mainstream story. I mean, it always was mainstream because this is a special counsel. The Durham probe special counsel is just like the Mueller probe, except it's actually investigating crimes against Trump. See, they never had anything on Trump, so they had to fabricate what Sussman was alleged to have done, the Alpha Bank nonsense. They had to accuse Trump of communicating with Russia through servers because Clinton had servers for 4 years with top secret and special access program intelligence. Then they had to make everything morally relative recently by accusing Trump of flushing National Archives papers down the toilet. Not a shred of evidence, completely baseless, but you know how that goes. Democrats can level any baseless claim at anybody. And as long as the reporting, baseless reporting, is corroborated by other esteemed reporters or journalists, then it's given credibility. But still, no shred of evidence, okay? What they do, ladies and gentlemen, is they lie by omission, and they phrase everything. They communicate their lies by omission through this paradigm of liberal sensibilities. So, Devin Nunes, years back, found out that they were engaged in surveillance of Trump. Simply because top spy officials denied what Nunes found out, the mainstream media said, well, that never happened. There's not a shred of evidence, except there was evidence. Except there was a whole lot of evidence ignored. And now we're finding out through this, through the indictment of Sussman, that the Clinton campaign not only hired Sussman and others to tell the FBI that Trump was communicating with the Kremlin through a server in his tower and White House, but also paying these people to engage in surveillance of Trump. Okay? Paying these people to infiltrate Trump's campaign. So Clinton operatives alleged tried to infiltrate Trump Tower, White House servers are crimes that would have been punished. Okay, so this is President Trump calling it out, and he's going to obviously engage in either, hyperbolic or, very extreme type of rhetoric, but he has a right to be upset. He has a right to be upset. Everything that they accused Trump of, they were guilty of. And in terms of telling the truth, we've known for a long time that he was telling the truth a lot more often than they were. Every time he said he never worked with Russia, that he was being, there was surveillance on his campaign. We all knew this. We actually knew about one person who was literally paid to engage in that activity. This was 2 years ago. And then you got you got, oh, well, no, it's not true. James Clapper and Brennan, all of them. Oh, we don't think that I don't know any, there's no evidence at all. We don't know, we never did. We never did any of that stuff. Well, of course, what they were doing is either allowing Clinton to pay tech firms to then gather data or just gathering the data themselves. Clinton paid a tech firm to create Trump-Russia connection report. This is New York Post. Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign paid an internet company to infiltrate servers at Trump Tower and the White House. Okay, so Sussman allegedly told the FBI he was not working on behalf of Clinton. Of course he was. Of course he was. Durham's motion reportedly alleged that Sussman had assembled and conveyed the allegations to the FBI on behalf of at least two specific clients, including a technology company, Tech Executive One, at a U.S.-based Internet Company One, and the Clinton campaign. Records show he repeatedly billed the Clinton campaign for his work. And it's not a coincidence that we're having Ukraine is invading Russia, God bless the people of Ukraine. Russia is invading Ukraine, in large part because the U.S. and NATO told the world that, yes, we will allow Ukraine as part of NATO without any intention of doing so, thus provoking Russia into invading Ukraine, putting Ukraine in a terrible situation. So Biden, NATO, Europe owes a huge apology to the Ukrainian people, in my view. But here you have Clinton literally setting up and framing Trump, which is what I've been saying forever, the Democratic Party doing exactly the same thing. And they're the ones who claim that Trump was an authoritarian. There's never been an authoritarian so mistreated by his own government. You can't be an authoritarian if you are being besieged by your own government and accused of something you didn't do by your own intelligence agencies and taken advantage of by your direct political rivals and disparaged every single day by media. That's the antithesis of an authoritarian. But see, again, the morally superior liberal Democrats, if they're the true authoritarians. They really are. You disagree with them, they'll disown you, they'll try to crush you. You see that with Trudeau. You've seen that with Clinton and Biden, and you see that in Hollywood. They try to crush you. And at the end of the day, this is a special counsel. Clinton is under investigation. Her campaign and she is under investigation. It's right here. This is a pretty huge day in terms of the Durham Probe Special Counsel. Hit subscribe to this channel. Be here tonight at around 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Maybe 9 p.m. I'll try to do it. I'll try to make sure it's after the Super Bowl. Be here tonight for the live stream. Thank you.